Al 60 diesels. Right, this morning we are off to go and get a Viva. So we'll get the Viva going again, thrown on the back of this, and then we'll drag it back to the yard, give it a bit of a wash, have some better checks over. We might have a say, we'll just make sure it's got brake fluid and obviously all the general stuff you need. And then once she's clean, we'll find some trade plates, because it is technically MOT and tax exempt, and we can most likely go for a test drive as long as it works. Anyway, I shall I'm going to fire the beast up, get it warmed up, and I'll disappear off up the road and go and get, well, a Viva. Right, so basically we're here, creep through here, wagon, so without falling over this bank, and here we have the Viva, sat where it stopped on me last time and wouldn't start. So I'm going to kick that back into life, drag some skids out, phone focus, drag some skids out, stick car on the back of there, and then we'll go and see if we can get rid of all of this nastiness off of it, give a bit of a sprucey, and then kick it into life. So we'll just make sure it starts. I did bring a battery pack and some tools just in case, because last time it cogged out on me and it wouldn't go, and I pushed it there and it wouldn't go any further. So give me a sec, and we'll burst it into life. Oh. Oh, we are away. Right. Anyone notice, people, I've invested in microphones because everyone keeps whinging at me. So hopefully, this time, oh, you should be able to hear me. So first, moving out of shed, perfect it. Well, that's reverse. What's first? Where's first? That's first. Oh, I can't see nothing. Ooh, my power steering. That's definitely not reverse. Where's reverse? That's reverse. I'm not back into anything. Right. All forward this. That's first. Look at that. Right, so back at the yard, cleared a space. Won't be able to see it, but there is a space. And he had to move 5 vehicles to clear this space. Anyway, that's another story. So I think the best bet, we're not running terribly well. Something funny happened going on the lorry where we cut out, the point sort of gave up working, and then we only decided to run on like 3.5 cylinders. So we're going to have to cure that before we go test drive in. But I think the best bet is to get it off, get it soaked down first, because just in case we get anything wet, we'll dry it out and then we'll sort it. And see what this top quality machine looks like under here. Right, here goes. you stamp on the brake pedal, the rear wheel cylinders go out, apply the brakes, which is obviously what they should do. But they'll come back in again at the moment. Anyway, so after pushing it off of a very steep, wobbly, slightly damp lorry, and it now being a bit stuck there, I think if we crack it off once it's washed, drive it around a bit, that will cure that problem. That will eradicate that. Bit of heat, bit of movement. Front brake's fine, it is the back ones that are dragging, but it's wheel cylinders, won't be a problem. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick pre-wash tour once I've taken all the stuff out. And then we'll get on doing some of that fancy photography where we slow it all down and you can see the greenery coming off. So we've got the hang of that. And once that's done and it looks blue without the green gooch, we'll have a bit more points cleanage, a bit more filing, and then we'll attempt test drivage. Right, let's go for a right, so here it goes. So I've removed the new carpet set from the boot. As you can see, she's pretty reasonable in there. I mean, it is surface rust, but she's not rotted right out. Some top quality service tools in the boot there. Road rage persuaded for most awkward moments on the roads of Britain when you have a disagreement. We appear to have a map that may have been slightly chewed by the rodents. I'll just go over here with that. I do not want that in my life. That can go in there. And we do see the rodents did start to eat the plastic around the carpet set. Luckily enough, they didn't eat the carpet set. That's good. Right, now we've got rid of that vileness. So yeah, I mean, got some proper tiny trailer wheel style tyres. I'm assuming that is the original wheeler of 5 of them. With spare tyre wells in there. That's the bit of mouse chewage. Rear quarters aren't bad. I mean, she's pretty square. I mean, I think someone's put a bit of a repair plate in there, but it's not nasty. I mean, we've got, one would assume that there it is. Look at that. Ooh, there we go. I mean, the floor pans are in the back here. Let me just, with the top quality battery camp that I lobbed in there the other week. This up there. I mean, that's not bad. That's solid. Front floor pans are doors are square. I mean, that front wing's pretty good. A little bit of black nasty on the edge of it, but I don't think that's hurted at all. As I say, a little tiny bit edgy on the end of that front wing, but to be honest, it wouldn't take much for a reasonably talented fella just to cure that without putting a load of bog and goo in it. Chrome work ain't bad. I mean, this corner isn't quite as good. I mean, it does look like someone may possibly have had one of those moments where your tally just ran out of talent, let's be honest. I mean, we've all been there. When you were younger, you thought you might have been the love child of Ayrton Senna and Sabine Smith and going to conquer the world with your driving abilities, and then realised that actually, no, you weren't that good. But to be honest, I read a bit of, it unbolted a bit of fetilage there, that'd sort that. I still don't like those wheels. So, what have we got here? So, top quality solid floor pan that side. I mean, she's lovely. I've got the centre console. I'll put this down here. Centre console. The floor bung out the other side. It seems to have the owner's manual, so you know how to work it. I don't think I even checked what's in the glove box. What's in the glove box? Tax discs. What tax discs have we got? Oh no, 915. So, well, I've no idea when it was last on there. Ooh. And saying this side, look, solid. Got the floor bungs out, so that's good. If any water gets in there, that can escape. Yeah, I don't reckon this would make a bad little car with a bit of effort for someone. Yeah, it's straight. I mean, you've got a little bit of picklage coming on just here on the edge of this wheel arch, but nothing enough to scare a person, really. Might, as I said, we come down here, but we're gonna need some tyres, because that, yeah, the newness has worn off of that, isn't it? But yeah, roof's ding free. Rubbers are good. I don't remember the rubbers having been replaced. I mean, they probably have been. But window rubbers are good, front and rear. And we'll just shut the trunk here a minute. Trunk, boot, British boot. I mean, you can see the goo on it now. It's a bit wet. Look at that. She's pretty square. Is that badge falling off? Oh yeah, self-lightening. Right, we'll put that back on. You probably won't get that if it falls off. I mean, even the valance looks pretty nice. What we're going to do now? Washing. Start washing. Just for everyone that's asked, the Metro is still here at current. It's sold on eBay, £1,370, which is good. Man's very nice. He's coming to pick it up this Wednesday, I think. So the Metro will be off to a new. Let's creep round the front here. Be off to a new home. I mean, what he does with it, I don't know. We might do it, but he's only sending a lorry to pick it up. So hopefully he'll restore it, do something with it. I mean, he might just take the engine out and put it in a Mini. I don't know. I'm not in control of that bit, but I think there's a fairly sizable chance she'll live on. So anyway, washing. Right, so as you'll have seen, that's that sort of dosed over. I think what we'll do is we'll leave that to set in a bit, let it sort of, I mean, it's starting to lift and move now. But I mean, just as a point, due to budgetary constraints, I mean, if you're here for posh snow foam, scantily clad young ladies with rubbing stuff, that's not going to happen. I mean, what you have in fact got is a short chubby bloke with a steam cleaner and some truck wash. So we'll leave this for like 10 minutes while I drink my coffee, let it sort of set in a bit, and we're going to flick the steam cleaner on to boil, and we'll go at it and see what comes off. We're obviously going to have to go a bit careful not to steam paint and stickers and badges and stuff off, but I think she'll come around. I think we stand a chance of ending up with a reasonably spark blue looking Viva. So 10 minutes, drink tea, and we'll crack into it. Oh, as you can see, it came up pretty well. You see when I was steaming it, it had been rattle candles sort of around the edge of the arches and the bottom of the sills and the wings. It was shooting off all over the place. but actually behind it is some quite good original paint, and I think it has held the rust at bay. We've got a bit of sill platage on the back there from years ago, and there's one to match on the other side. You see a little bit of crinkly on the wheel arch there. The original paint did suit off there, but steel behind it's good. There's no body filler in the wheel arches. Same with the back valance. All the black rattle can came off. Did take a big chunk of blue off in the middle, but the steel's good. So I'll chuck some rust inhibitor or something in the sort of underseal it over that. That's clear. And you can see the paint's getting very thin. She's obviously been well loved and well polished. But no, that's a pretty square little car. Now, I've had a load of people ask me to buy it. Same plan as last time. This does not belong to me. And funnily enough, it belongs to the same people that did do. So we're going to do the same. They haven't used it for years. I've talked them into saying, look, there's no point in keeping it sat in the shed. It's only going to go festy. So this video will go on Sunday morning, and then we'll stagger an eBay auction, 7-dayer, put her on and see. Right, so after a load of faffing about, point setting, point cleaning, leads, plugs, we are now running on 4 cylinders. You'll have to excuse a squawking noise because the belt is slipping like a good one. What I'm going to do now, I'll wave you over there. Going to drop that. We've got 4 cylinders. So basically, cunning plan. That's 4 cylinders. We're going test driving. Right, here goes nothing. First gear. And we're a bit stiff on the old brakes. Ooh, we are very stiff on the old brakes. Let's try and see if we can get her to free off a bit. Come on, the old sod. Status report. My cunning plan of the brakes coming off. Yeah, that didn't work. So I'm going to have to lubricate them and beat on them a bit. I think once we've done that, then it actually might move. Get the pistons going backwards and forwards, and then wheel cylinders will be good. And then it's time for a test drive, because at the moment she no want to move. So what we'd actually done there is run out of power. So really, it does run and drive, not without power. So we lost the alternator belt. What I've done, I've just been in online. I've got it a new rotor arm, a new set of points, a new coil, a new belt, a set of plugs, and until that turns up. But I'm going to leave this one here. I've spent enough time on it. Yes, it does run and drive. Yes, it does move. The brakes are freed off. But without these service parts, which are just old, basically. So we put some new points in it, fit all the parts when they turn up this week. This is a nice little running and driving car. What I'm going to do, as I say, I'll leave it here. I'm going to edit this up because it's like Saturday night now, and this needs to go on tomorrow. I'm going to write an eBay advert for this. It'll be on about the same sort of time, so it'll be midday tomorrow. And we'll fit all the bits during the week when they turn up, and it is a running and driving nice little car. It does need restoration. It does need some love, but there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, tag, share, follow, subscribe if you like what we're doing. I've got some other stuff to do as well, hopefully slightly easier than this one. And thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Al 6D Diesels.